There's an inverted tree growing downward into the abyss, and Kabbalists say if you descend into it, you meet the shattered fragments of God's first failed creation. Okay, I've been asked about the qliphoth so many times that I am finally covering it, but let me be crystal clear up front. I am not advising anyone to practice this. Traditional Kabbalah doesn't involve the qliphoth at all. You can study the Tree of Life your entire life without ever touching this, and that's actually what I'd recommend, because the qliphoth is considered extremely dangerous territory, even by occultists who work with it. So, what is it exactly? Well, in Kabbalistic cosmology, before our universe existed, God attempted creation, but the divine light was too intense. The vessels meant to contain it shattered, and those broken shards fell into the void and became the qliphoth, which means the shells or husks of failed divinity. Now here's where it gets unsettling. The qliphoth isn't just an abstract concept. It's mapped as an actual inverse tree, a dark mirror of the Tree of Life. Where the Tree of Life has 10 spheres of holy emanation which are ascending toward God, the qliphoth has 10 spheres of broken reality descending into absolute negation, and each sphere means something. Now, these aren't necessarily demons in the pop culture sense. They're described as trapped shards of divine light, buried in layers of distortion, illusion, and spiritual waste. Think more of them like black holes, collapsed stars that were once brilliant but now consume everything around them. Now, I'm not going to cover each sphere in detail today. I'm going to take that up another time, but here's what makes the qliphoth genuinely dangerous from an occult perspective. These aren't just metaphors. Mystery schools that work with this framework believe these are actual states of consciousness that you can access and get trapped in. The theory goes that every time you engage with distorted versions of divine qualities, false beauty, corrupt power, wisdom twisted into manipulation, you're touching the qliphoth. And if you descend intentionally without proper preparation, you can become stuck in these inverse realms. Now, medieval Kabbalists taught the only reason to study the qliphoth was to understand what to avoid, to recognize the shells so you don't mistake them for the light. Later, occultists started viewing them as stages of ego death that must be confronted to reach enlightenment. But even they emphasize, this is not beginner territory. This is not something you explore casually or for fun. So, yeah, the qliphoth represents one of the darkest concepts in Western esotericism, the idea that divine light, when shattered and inverted, becomes something that actively traps and consumes consciousness. It's Kabbalah's map of everything that went wrong with creation, and everything that can go wrong with a soul. And again, to be absolutely clear, I am covering this because of requests, not because I'm encouraging qliphothic work, because traditional Kabbalah focuses entirely on the Tree of Life. It's the upward path. You never have to touch the shadow side. But if you guys want to learn more about Kabbalistic cosmology and esoteric teachings, and you want to see the full deep dive into all the spheres, make sure to like the video, let me know what you think about the qliphoth in the comments below, and follow for more deep dives like this. Till next time.